In today's video, we are refinishing this 80s golden oak dresser and trying to bring it into 2023. I got this piece for free in a local mom's Facebook group. You can't beat free. I think it has nice clean lines and a beautiful oak wood grain. We just need to modernize it a little bit. The plan is to strip the top third and do a tan wash to neutralize any orange tones, and paint the lower 2/3 of this dresser in a nice grayish color, and add some modern black hardware to really bring it all together. Let's get into the process. It's always a good idea to label all of your drawers because a lot of times they won't go back just anywhere. They need to go back in their particular spot. And once you've made the mistake of not labeling your drawers and you have to spend an hour playing what I call musical drawers, you'll never want to make that mistake again. So here I am labeling all the drawers. You can number them 1 through 9 or do like TL for top left, TR for top right, etc. But we're just going to label all of our drawers so we know that they go back exactly where they need to go. Since we're doing a dipped look, we need to figure out exactly where we want that line to be. I'm trying to get the line to perfectly line up with the top line of drawers. And after I kind of get an idea of where that line's going to be, I'm going to start stripping the top 1/3 of the dresser. I think one of the reasons that this dresser was free was because the mom's son had carved his name into the top of the dresser, but we can take care of that pretty easily. So I've gone over the top with the chemical stripper, and now I'm going over it with my orbital sander. I got this new sandpaper from Amazon and it is amazing. It works so fast. It's the 3M sanding screens. They're purple and they work so much better than any other sandpaper I think I've ever tried. I'll have to remember to put a link below. We handled most of the sanding with the orbital sander, but we got to get a little bit of hand sanding in too. This little micro sander always helps me on every project since I've got it. It's awesome. I'm just going over the top one more time with some 220 sandpaper to smooth everything out before I go in with my tan wash. Tan wash is pretty easy. You just brush it on and wipe it back. I think one mistake I made when I first started tan washing was I wasn't using enough water. You really want more water than paint. Even like 50-50 isn't diluted enough. I almost think 2/3 water, 1/3 paint. I'd rather have too much water than too much paint because you can always add another layer of paint wash, but you can't really take it off unless you want to sand and start over. So a little tip. Since I was using a chemical stripper on the top, I didn't start my project off by cleaning it, so we've got to clean the bottom 2/3 of this dresser really well before we can go in with paint and primer. I noticed just a tiny bit of damage on the bottom that I want to fix before I continue with my paint job. Getting a straight line can be kind of difficult since I was trying to get the line to follow the bottom of the drawers. I decided to start on the front. Also, it was just easier to get a perfectly straight line against that kind of that part of the dresser. And then I'm gonna kind of curve around the front, and then the hardest part was the sides. I tried to do it with a level, and I kept having to take the tape off and try to place it again. The level was not the right tool for this job. What ended up being the right tool for the job was a speed square, which I use in a minute. after all those failed attempts, I started looking around my garage for a better tool to get this line straight, and then I remembered my speed square. I think I used this last time I did a dipped dresser, but I just forgot about it, but it was the best way to get the line on the side perfectly straight. The second side went much faster now that I had figured out my technique. So learn from me, use a speed square. They even sell bigger ones that would make it even easier. So I primed with Ben Shellac based primer, and now I'm going in with this grayish color that I mixed from paints that I had laying around my garage. I don't know why, but I really hate taping off drawers, so I will do anything to avoid taping drawers. I am using some old flooring from our house to block the sides from the paint sprayer, and I think this is one of the first projects I got zero overspray that I had to clean up, so I'm getting better at that. Got a pretty clean line with the painter's tape, so I was happy about that. I'm just kind of trying to smooth it out with a foam sanding block and touching up some spots where like the primer kind of maybe bled through a tiny bit, so I'm going over that with the paint and just kind of blending it in. Alright, so here is the finished dresser. I used a satin top coat over the tan washed wood, a wax on the paint, and I drilled holes for the new hardware, and I think it all really came together. I love the minimalist modern look. Thanks for watching, and please subscribe if you want to see more, and like this video if you liked it. Thanks. Bye.